The mother of two boys who died after a horrific crash last Easter says she is shocked and offended at the sentence handed down to the truck driver that killed them. Sia Mossaferi and Mohi Sharifi were driving to Wellington on Good Friday when their car was hit by a truck after it failed to stop in a line of traffic on the desert road. Their 4-year-old son, Artin, and his 10-week-old brother, Radin, were in the back seat and both died. The truck driver, John Baptiste Barber, who is 71 years old, had failed to have the minimum rest period leading up to the crash. Barber was today sentenced to 3 months community detention, 150 hours of community work, and disqualified from driving for 12 months. Mohi Sharifi spoke to our reporter Nita Blake-Person about the sentence, and she said it was insulting.
I am absolutely shocked. I'm offended, and I just feel that I lost my boys so lightly to nothing. Nothing today, no outcome today would have brought my boys back. But I just feel insulted. I just feel that, how lightly this was taken is how lightly the lives of my boys was taken. It's made the pain all so much worse. I'm hurting even more that even the judge couldn't see the depth of the situation. Even the judge took it lightly.
What were some of the comments from the judge today?
There's two things that struck me that was just like a hammer hit to my head, that she couldn't consider it as fatigued because there was no evidence to show that it was as a result of fatigue, although he was working over hours. So I don't know what these legal hours mean. If the result of not taking those hours does not mean fatigue, then why do you put these laws out there? Aren't these laws to show, to control fatigue? So if you're not obeying those laws, you should be considered fatigue. So obviously that driver's never going to say I was fatigued or I was asleep behind the wheel. Also, the second thing was a last-minute guilty plea is not considered remorse. Remorse should come from heart. It's a personal decision. It should have been an approach from the driver to us, which was never made. But just a last-minute guilty plea, which was really, to me, out of despair because he couldn't see any way out of it, that's what it was. It wasn't out of remorse. It wasn't out of understanding our situation. And the judge basically put a tick beside all of these with the decision she made today.
What confidence does this give you in the justice system?
Absolutely nothing. And to be honest, I can see why the road toll in New Zealand is increasing day by day. I can now understand why there are so many fatal accidents every day that we read about in the news, because no one is taking this seriously. Not even the justice system here is taking this seriously. This is not the message you want to put out there, that a person that has had consciously made the decision to break the law and therefore result in such a big accident, all he's going to take is going to stay a few months at home? Is that all that it is? I don't think anyone's getting scared. If anyone is taking a message that, I should be a bit more careful, no one's going to take this message from this decision.
12 months disqualification for driving for this driver. Would it worry you to think he could be back on the road in another year?
Exactly. That's what we were just talking about, that in another year he's going to be back out there. I know there's a lack of truck drivers, so he's probably going to be employed again by the same company, and he's back on the roads. And obviously, if he had learned a lesson from all his previous careless driving charges, this accident wouldn't have happened. And from today, obviously, he's not going to take a lesson because it's just a few months at home. And then he's out there doing it again. And the justice system is just basically allowing all this to happen.
Do you have any messages for that driver?
To be honest, I have a lot of message to the justice system now. It's not only the driver now, but I have a lot to say to the justice system who is approving everything. To me, this is not how you want to stop something from happening. And the driver, you basically ruined our life. You've ruined not just what we had, but what we will ever have anything close to happiness will never come for us, because in every moment of happiness, from our little boy that I have at the moment, even in the singlest moment of joy, all I can remember is my other two boys. So it's going to affect any chance of happiness we have for the rest of our life, and not just today.
And that was Mohi Sharifi speaking to our reporter Nita Blake Person there.